moments with God.
Remember the Sabbath day. Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 through 11 say, Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of thy Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor any stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and hallowed it. The fourth commandment is explicit. We are not to do our own work upon the Sabbath. God has given man 6 days for labor, but he has reserved the seventh to himself, and he has pronounced a blessing upon those who keep it holy. On the 6th day, all needful preparation for the Sabbath is made. All purchases shall be made, and all our cooking should be done on Friday. Let baths be taken, shoes be blacked, and clothing be put in readiness. The sick require care upon the Sabbath, and whatever it may be necessary to do for their comfort is an act of mercy, and not a violation of the commandment. But nothing of our own work should be permitted to encroach upon our holy time. Sunday is generally made a day of feasting and pleasure-seeking, but the Lord would have his people give the world a higher, holier example. Upon the Sabbath, there should be a solemn dedication of the family to God. Let all unite to honor God upon his holy day. If you go forward toward heaven, the world will rub hard against you. Earthly authorities will interpose. You will meet tribulations, bruising of the spirit, hard speeches, ridicule, and even persecutions. Men will require your conformity to laws and customs that you would render your disloyalty to God. Here's where God's people find the cross in the way of life. But if the Sabbath of the fourth commandment is sacred, if it is indeed, as brought to view in the third angel's message, the sign between God and his people, we must be careful in every word and in every act to show God honor. The strong force of the downward current will sweep you off your feet, unless you are united to Christ as the limpet to the rock. This reading was taken from the book In Heavenly Places. Remember the Sabbath day. God has given his children 10 commandments, and the fourth one says, Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. God gave man 6 days to correctly accomplish his labors during the week. But the seventh day, the Sabbath, is a day that God has reserved for himself. That is why we should dedicate it to him. It is a blessing to spend time with our Lord. It's true, we must spend time with God the whole week, but he asks us to set aside a special day. He desires us to rest on it according to the commandment. We should not do our own work on Sabbath. We have the privilege to find ourselves with God every day. To have a complete and exclusive communion with him is only on the Sabbath. We need to prepare everything beforehand, to do the shopping, the food, prepare the clothes, and have everything ready so that nothing may come between God and us on this holy day. It is so that the family may enjoy of the blessing of spending time with God, so that the oldest and the youngest may enjoy, know, and learn of God. We can care for the sick on that day. We can visit the hospital. We can do good things. And it is the day for us to take advantage of attending church, to congregate, and to worship God. This will be the test of loyalty. There will come one day when the authorities approve of another day as a day of rest, but this will be the test of faith. Let us be faithful to God. Let's remember that we will even keep the Sabbath in heavenly places. Visit www.biblewell.com